In this video, I'm going to show you how to do the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland. So this next part is the Queen of Hearts. I've got some colours ready. I've got red, orange, purple, white, pink, blue and a little bit of black. So from the previous videos you will have seen that I've created this, and we already started the background colour for her face. We've sketched out her body here to a certain extent. I'm going to start with a face, so I'm going to take the nail off the actual board. I'm going to start by adding a little bit of shadow with a wash. I've just mixed that with a little bit of orange with a bit of black, so it's a warmer wash. Also with your wash, I want you to roughly mark out where your eyes are going to be, where the mouth is going to be. I'm going to move this hairline up, so I'm going to mix the same colour. She's got a really big forehead. I'm just going to let that first layer dry a little bit. I'm going to make a wash with white and about 50% water. And all I'm doing is softening a bit of the shading. And you can start to add highlights. You can start to highlight the centre of the nose and the chin. Second layer, where we've made the head a little bit larger. I'm going to move that mouth further down slightly. And do the eyebrows, which are really far up the head. Just slightly shading in the temple area. And highlighting the cheek. So I'll put the lips in. Well, the heart of the lips. And I'm going to start to create the actual lips now. I'm going to use a little bit of the wash, so you can see the lips slightly more. And use the wash to shade in the nose and up onto the eyes. And then I'm going to use white to highlight the nose, the forehead, shading under the eyes a little bit. I'm going to mix blue and white to get a pale blue for a crazy eyeshadow that she has on. You'll able to do this in one coat. I'm going to just work on this nose a little bit. Just going to highlight through a little bit onto the blue, just to give it a bit of definition. Now we're going to do the eyes. Just going to get some fresh white. So I've got nice new paint. So I'm going to go around the eyes with black, and it's a black wash this is. You don't need just paint, you can have about 60% of paint. It's not high in pigment. So the eyelashes are very false looking. You don't need to make them look realistic. They're very harsh and false looking. I'm filling the eyes in black. Just going to do a little bit of black inside the nostrils. I've just gone through the middle of her mouth, adding some tiny creases to the lips. And I'm going to highlight slightly with a white wash. I've just gone in and done the waterline of the eye. If you don't know what the waterline of the eye is, it's where you put eyeliner on the inside of your eye. Then we want a tiny bit of white just for the reflection on the eye. I'm just going to do the beauty spot. I'm just knitting up the face now. I'm going to use some of the white polycolour paint, and we're going to do the collar. The collar will go onto the other nail, so ever so slightly, just like that. I'm just going to neaten that up slightly. And I'm going to layer the white now just to make it a little bit stronger. There's a little bit of shading there. We're going to come across and do the other side. And this will come onto this nail. So I'm going to hold them steady. And then just put it roughly where it's going to go onto. Pick that nail up and then just neaten that shape up. So it's going to go around the back of the neck. Just going to use a bit of a wash to shade where it's going to fall into the back of the neck. And with a black wash, shade where the collar folds. Just edged the collars ever so slightly. Now with the purple and the blue mixed together, to paint where the shoulders come in and go down the sides of the collar. And she has a pleated velvet shirt, so we're going to do a little bit of detail for that. She's wearing it with a corset. The shoulder will come across onto the other nail. She has these puffy little shoulder pads, and also on the other nail do the same puffy shoulder. Now I can separate these and work on them individually. Now I know where I'm going. With the lilac, just want to do some fine highlighted stripes of the pleats. So because we've got a ruffle on the sleeve, you know, it's puffy, just need to add a little bit of definition to that. Same on both sides, both shoulders. And we're going to do the detail on the corset. We're going to use the golden bronze for this. So first I'm going to use the white to frame the corset so we know exactly where we're going. I want you to use the white to go up onto the straps as well. Just neatening up the top curve of the corset. With the gold, I go down the straps and onto the corset, bring the gold down the centre. I'm going to do a couple of layers of this. With the bronze, you're going to come down the sides and blend them into each other so you get a fade. It's going to contour her waist. Same with the other side. While that dries, I'm in. Get your smallest brush. I'm going to add some water to it, and I'm going to do some tiny little dots as if they are beads on the straps. Just going to put a second coat of the gold on, and then some more bronze. I'm just going to put a wash at the sides to highlight the waist a little bit. So a little bit of black with a lot of water. I'm going to go straight down the middle. Work your way to the sides and curve the line more and more as you get to the sides. So your first line down the middle will be completely straight. So you've got your lines of the corset. Now with the white, we're going to add little dots. I'm using the dotting tool, starting from the middle, working your way out. As if they're little beads. Then with the red, we're going to do the same. So from the middle, work your way out. And with purple, do a little pattern. As if these are jewels sewn onto the corset. While those dry a little bit, I'm going to get the white again. And dot onto the red dots. So we want it as if they are shining. I think the collar looks a bit flat here, so it needs a little bit of shadow. Also with the black wash we're going to shade around the collar and shoulder. Same on the other nails. Shade around the collar and the shoulder. A little bit of shadow at the bottom of the corset. Now we're going to do her hair, which is the fun bit. So we want red and orange, and we'll need a little bit of black and white. All I'm going to do is roughly sketch the shape of the hair. So the hair is like a heart shape. With your brush, just pull little lines as if they are hairs coming straight out of her head. And this is just with the wash. There's enough pigment there to do this. So with the red and circular movements, you can start to apply the colour. Careful when you go towards the skin colour. But make sure you do circular movements so you get these little swirls. The dark background colour is going to help you out with creating a bit of shading for you. As long as you just swirl it with the tip of your brush. I need that to dry a little bit. I'm just highlighting the front part of the neck and the chin. Then with your orange, just want you to add random swirls, which will just highlight the curls a little bit, and it won't look so flat. And I've got white and a bit of red, just to make a pink. And we're going to do the same again, just some random little swirls. I just need to add her ear, which we can only really see the bottom. Black wash, just for a bit of shading. Oh, you can see the bottom of the ear and the hair's coming down over the ear. If you look at this, we don't need to do it on because we're going to do a teapot here, so that'll be covered. The only thing we could do really is just add a little bit of purple, just in case you still see a little bit of that. And then on this side, there'll be another character here, which will cover her arm as well. So that's another character complete. If you want to keep watching, make sure you've got autoplay clicked on and you can watch the next video.